Hi, my name is Romi Verdera and I want to tell you my story about my involvement with this Japanese company called Enage. Although this information has been around for almost 50 years, you probably have not heard of this very important information that has changed my life and my family's life and many of the people I have shared this information. On the company's website, the president says, quote, "Please spread the message of compassion. Develop your true health business into a worldwide network." I never really understood the meaning of what he meant by spreading the message of compassion until half a year later when more and more people who own the Kangen water machine tell me of how their health have changed, many of their aches and pains are gone, and their lives have changed because of this Kangen water machine. This lady, for instance, her name is Carmen. Carmen told us on our meeting in Queens how the visible tumors on her head disappeared after drinking Kangen water for a few weeks. This man here is Art. He loves to play golf. He used to have aches and pains when he plays golf. The day after he started drinking the Kangen water, his wife Tina told me that he was playing golf and enjoying it because the usual aches and pains he used to endure were not there anymore. This man in red, his name is also Art. Art told me how he never believed anything that they said could relieve him of his knee pain. He said he would apply balm on his knee, then wrap it around with knee wrap to keep it warm. Then he would take 600 milligrams of Motrin. But after his wife bought the machine and let him drink the Kangen water, he did not need any of those anymore because the pain in his knee was relieved by the water. He was so amazed at how good this Kangen water works. This man is Romi from Chicago. Romi had bypass surgery and they took veins from his leg. Since then, he was always in pain. He would take Motrin pain reliever every day. For it, I gave him the water one evening, and the next day he decided to purchase the machine because he said he did not have to take the pain reliever anymore on the following day. This lady here is Flor. When I first went to her house, she filled up a lot of container with Kangen water. A few days later, she purchased the machine because her arthritis was relieved. She then asked me to share the information too to her friends. I will tell you more stories later. It was these feedbacks I hear from many people that made me understand what the president meant by the term compassion. We owe it to ourselves and to others to spread this information about this Kangen water. This has now become one of my life's mission, to spread the message out of compassion to people in pain. This may sound corny to some, but I tell you, I feel good about how people's lives are changing from my sharing this information. The president also said that we should develop our true health business into a worldwide network. For me, this seems to happen naturally since people cannot help but tell their story to their friends and relatives in the United States and other places after they experience something good with this Kangen water. In the process, as the group grew in the past half year, my wife and I earned $180,000. So my story for you is this story of true health and a story of income opportunity. The number one reason why you should listen to this presentation is your health. You can have money and friends and everything in life, but if you are sick, it's not easy to be happy. You might be suffering from acid reflux, heartburn, or gastritis. Or you might be suffering from arthritis, shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, or gout. Or you might be suffering from high blood pressure, diabetes, constipation, or some degenerative disease. If you are looking to improve your health, you should act on the information I'm about to share with you. You can change your car several times in your lifetime, or change your house several times, but we only have one body, so we should take care of that one body. You care to put good gasoline in your car. We'll show you how to take care of your body and put the right water in it. In 1965, the Japanese Ministry of Health and Welfare which is the equivalent of our FDA here in the United States, approved Kangen water to be used in the hospitals to treat various kinds of ailments. These are just some of the hospitals using Kangen water. There are hundreds and hundreds of hospitals using it today. This is the machine that produces the Kangen water. Later, I will tell you more stories of real people whose health tremendously improved because of this Kangen water. The second reason why you might want to listen to this information is the income opportunity that comes with sharing this information to other people. The name of the company is Enagic. The company started in Japan in 1974. Enagic have many branches all over Japan. They also have 2 branches in Taiwan. This is the factory in Osaka. They have customer service who takes care of our orders, shipments, and repairs. You will see here the awarding of the top distributors in Japan. In 2003, they expanded into the United States. This picture was their January 2006 meeting, which I was fortunate to have attended. What the company did actually was they built 4 offices in the United States where the Japanese communities are, which are the Los Angeles area, the Chicago area, Hawaii, and the New York area. In August of 2006, Enagic expanded to Canada by opening an office in Vancouver. In California, my friend JB and Aurora purchased the machine because Aurora was very sick. She had acid reflux, rheumatoid arthritis, and other health problems. She was on disability. She lost 30 pounds from the pain of rheumatoid arthritis, and this Kangen water helped her regain her health. JB then became a distributor for the company. He approached me in November 2005 in New York to be a distributor. I did not listen to him then. Then he approached me again in January of 2006. By that time, he already earned $54,000 in 3 months. I became curious. I flew to California from New York to verify his story. I found out that everything he was telling me was true. I decided to join the company. On that last weekend of January 2006, the president happened to be in California doing a meeting. I was fortunate to have attended that meeting, and I interviewed some people who became well because of the Kangen water. I also witnessed the awarding of the top distributors of the company. That was the turning point of my life. I resigned from the other company I was working with for the last 5 years, and I decided to do Enagic full-time. I came back to New York and immediately shared the information to some people I know. I told everyone I was willing to tell this story to their friends if they introduced me to them. I was willing to travel anywhere if they can invite more people to listen. Ramon from New York introduced me to Manny from Phoenix, Arizona. Manny from Phoenix introduced me to Maggie from Miami. And then Maggie then brought me to meet her friends in Orlando. I also met with Karina from Dallas, Texas. Then I contacted my friend Franny in Chicago, who started sharing the information to others, and the group has been growing rapidly in the Chicago area. 7 months later, the president visited New York. We had a meeting with about 250 people, and 90% of the attendees were from my group. After the meeting, we had a toast for the successful New York expansion. Many people were encouraged by his visit. It was very fulfilling to see the fruits of what I started 7 months ago. I feel though that we have hardly scratched the surface of what we are about to do. I envision that this business can be as big here in USA as it is in Japan, or maybe even bigger. There are 3 kinds of people in the world. There are people who make things happen. There are those who watch things happen. And there are those who don't know what's happening. Let me now speak about the product, the Kangen water machine. I will talk about how it works. And does it work? I will give you actual testimonials from many people who are using it. This is Dr. Shinya. He invented in the 60s the colonoscopy instrument being used here in America to remove tumors and other growth in the colon. He has performed thousands of colonoscopy procedures. He is a medical professor, chief of endoscopy department at Beth Israel in New York City. This photo was taken from his video. He uses Kangen water and a particular diet to maintain the health of the colon of patients. The reason why I'm pointing this out is just to impress upon you the high credibility of this Kangen water to the medical practitioners from Japan. If the colon can be cleansed and its health can be maintained, many associated health problems can be avoided. This is President Oshiro. He is 65 years old. Yes, 65 years old. He has been drinking Kangen water for 15 years. This is him and his wife. They look young. I'm saying this because I'm leading to the first characteristic of the water, which is anti-aging. The water is a very powerful anti-aging, antioxidant agent. The simple way to explain oxidation is when you cut an apple, the apple turns brown because of oxidation. Active oxygen or free radicals attack and destroy cells. The same oxidation continually happens in the cells in the human body. We cannot stop oxidation completely, so we cannot stop the aging process. We can only slow it down. You need Kangen water to supply yourself with this powerful anti-aging antioxidant agent. Otherwise, you will be like this man smiling on the right. How do oxidants enter our body? These free radicals enter our body through the air we breathe. They also enter our body from the food we eat. They also enter our body through what we drink. This oxidation occurs at the cellular level. This is the cell. Inside it is the chromosome. And inside the chromosome is the DNA. When the free radicals attack the DNA, the cells is destroyed. Here is a picture of free radical attacking the DNA molecule. And you need a powerful antioxidant, something that ORP, which means oxidation reduction potential, will measure between minus 300 to minus 400 millivolts. There are many antioxidant nutritional products in the market, like vitamins and fruit juices, but their ORP value is low. In Japan, for a substance to be considered strong enough to be medicinal and can be used in the hospitals, it has to reach between minus 300 to minus 400 ORP. Let me explain that. ORP, or oxidation reduction potential, is the strength measured in millivolts of the antioxidant. The farther it goes on the positive side, the more oxidants or free radicals that substance contains. And the farther it goes on the negative side, the stronger its antioxidant capacity is. This is an ORP tester. You will see that the Kangen water measures minus 387 millivolts of ORP. You will see that it is all the way to the left of the scale. When you measure tap water, the ORP is positive 330. It's all the way to the right, which means tap water carries with it lots of oxidants into the body. The sunny bottled water measures positive 261 ORP. It's also way up on the far right of the scale. There is Evian, way out on the positive right of the scale. Fiji is also on the right of the scale, meaning high in oxidants. You need lots of strong antioxidants daily to combat these attacks of free radicals in your body. Kangen water will supply your body daily with lots of these antioxidants. That's the way you slow down aging. Otherwise, you will be like this smiling man on the right. The second characteristic of Kangen water is called microcluster. While tap water has 13 to 15 molecules, Kangen water has only 5 to 6 molecules, which means it is thinner and it gets easily absorbed in the body. This quick absorption hydrates the body easily. It also enables quick delivery of antioxidants into the bloodstream and into the cells. Other antioxidants in the form of tablets, pills, and fruit juices not only have low ORP, they also sit in the stomach and do not get absorbed easily. Meanwhile, Kangen water, not only does it have strong ORP, it also reaches the cell immediately. The health of the body organ is just as good as the health of its cells. If we can protect the cells from being destroyed by oxidants, we can keep the organs healthy and hence our whole body. When free radicals attack the DNA and the cells are destroyed, the destroyed cells become free radicals themselves. Consequently, they attack the healthy cells and the process continues. This is how tumors are formed. Again, if we can prevent these free radicals from spreading its destruction by strong antioxidants, we can avoid lots of cell damage and thereby maintain our health. The third characteristic of Kangen water is that it is alkaline water. Let me explain that. This acid-alkaline illustration goes from 1 to 14, in which 7 is neutral. When you drop the pH tester on a liquid, for instance, the liquid will change color depending on whether the liquid is acidic or alkaline. Our blood's pH has to be neutral, which is 7.35 to be exact. When the body becomes very acidic, we develop all kinds of sickness. We need alkaline to bring back the balance of our body to neutral. This is an example of how an acidic environment is deadly to marine fish life. Marine fish aquarium needs to maintain a pH of 7.4 to 8.6 for fish to survive. Plants cannot grow in a very acidic environment. Most plants grow on between 6 to 8 pH balance, which is neutral ground for most plants. Our body is the same. The more acidic our body cell's environment is, the more we become susceptible to all kinds of health problems. When a person is brought to an emergency room, one of the first things they check is the person's pH balance, because a drop of 1 or 2 points can cause the person to go into a coma, or at 2 points below neutral, the person can possibly die. A person with cancer have very acidic body. It is clinically proven that cancer cells thrive in acidic environment and they do not grow in an alkaline environment. That is why we need to eat a lot of alkaline food like green salads. The problem is that many of us eat too much acidic food and drink too much acidic drinks. 80% of the groceries we buy are acid-forming foods. These contribute to our body acidity, which then contribute to the development of all kinds of health problems like acid reflux, arthritis, gastritis, gout, which is caused by too much uric acid. When we eat at a restaurant, we usually have a little serving of green salad for alkaline. Then we go to the main course, which is acid galore. No wonder there is much demand for anti-acid medicines like Tums, Rolaids, Digel, Pepto-Bismol, and others, and there is great supply of them in the drugstores. People take them like candies habitually to relieve themselves of too much acid. You might want to note that anger produces acid in the body. Also, worrying produces acid in the body. The human body is more or less 75% water. If we continuously consume these acidic drinks, we are just continually subjecting our body cells to acidic environment and causing the formation of acid waste buildup inside our body. Now, I want to do a demonstration showing that many of what we drink are acidic. This is a pH tester. It is used to test the acidity or alkalinity of aquarium, swimming pool, and garden. We also use it to test the acidity or alkalinity of different liquids. If we test Smirnoff vodka, Aquafina, and Dasani bottled water, and 7-Up, we can see that they are acidic. The same test shows that Kangen water is alkaline. This is what we should be drinking every day. When you drop the pH tester, Kangen water turns blue, which means it is alkaline. This is what we should be drinking every day. Smirnoff vodka is acidic. Dasani bottled water is acidic. Aquafina bottled water is acidic. 7-Up is also acidic. And when you mix Kangen water into Smirnoff vodka, the acidity of the vodka is neutralized and it becomes alkaline. So if you are taking anti-acid, you really don't need them anymore if you have Kangen water. Also, if you keep drinking Kangen water every day, it will neutralize a lot of acidic buildup in your body. Kangen water also improves circulation and helps detoxify the body of toxins, thereby improving your overall physical health. Check out these strong animals who are alkaline eaters. All they eat is grass every day and it keeps them healthy and strong. Now I want to tell you about some of the feedbacks I got from people who own the Kangen water machine in my group. After a month and a half, 50 machines were sold in the New York area. I invited them all for lunch because I wanted to hear their testimonies of how their health have changed because of the machine. Doris here is my personal customer. Her acid reflux is gone. Tita told the story of how she was suffering from tendonitis. She could not raise her arm and was scheduled for surgery. After taking the Kangen water for 3 weeks, she did not need the surgery anymore. This man here is Ruben. He is a real estate broker. His wife, Mercy, was relieved of her arthritis. This lady here is Wilma. She is a sales agent at their office. She brought home water and her acid reflux and pain at the back of her neck disappeared. This is Dr. Santos, Tita's doctor. Apparently, she became aware that some of her patients who has the machine are getting better, so she too bought the machine. I used to do meetings once a week in Honor and Bob's house. Many people were attending the meetings every week and they came with plastic bags with empty gallons of bottled water. One time the line was from the kitchen to the house entrance door. As more and more people get better, more people buy the machine. They sold over 100 machines now in their group. This is Felix. I remember he even showed us his pills for diabetes that he was not taking anymore because his sugar level normalized. This is Maggie. She has multiple sclerosis. She was also suffering from constipation for 15 years. After just one day of using the water, her constipation was gone. She called me and wanted me to fly to Miami to demonstrate the machine to her friends. I said if she has 30 people, I would fly. I flew and she had more than 30. Her friends from Avon Park, Florida also wanted to see the machine that made her healthy again, so we went to Avon Park. This is Nena. She was drinking the water while we were having the meeting at the real estate office. After the meeting, she was so amazed that her arthritis was not painful anymore, so she purchased the machine. This is Philbert. He was scheduled to go to a chiropractor for back pain. He got hold of the water from my meeting. He told me later that he did not need to go to the chiropractor anymore, so he bought the machine. This is Leonila, Franny's wife. She was suffering constantly from leg and back pain from an accident 20 years ago. She was relieved of that pain when Franny finally convinced her to drink the Kangen water. This is Father Polinar visiting from the Philippines. He is diabetic and he uses insulin. He stayed for a week in Franny's house, and while staying in Franny's house, he was drinking Kangen water and he didn't need his insulin. Father Polinar told about the water to Joe from Chicago. Joe purchased the machine. His wife was relieved from aches and pains. Now let's go to the technical aspect of the machine. How does the machine make alkaline? Again, this is the pH balance chart. It goes from 1 to 14, 7 being neutral. First, the water enters the carbon filter, which takes away the chlorine and the other pollutants. Then the purified water enters the electrolysis chamber, where acid and alkaline get separated. Here you see the water entering the carbon filter to be purified. The carbon filter removes the chlorine and other pollutants from the water. Then it goes to the electrolysis chamber, where ionized, electrolyzed, alkalized water is created. The separation of the acid and alkaline is then completed. Alkaline water goes out of the primary hose, and the acid water comes out of the secondary hose and goes down the drain. This is a simplified explanation. There is a booklet called Water Symposium in Japan available from the company that explains the science and chemistry of this ionization in details. The machine makes 5 kinds of water. The purple buttons produce the Kangen water. You use Kangen water for drinking and cooking. Make sure that if you are taking medication, you drink Kangen water 1 hour after medication. You use the green button for clean, purified water. This is what you use for taking medication and baby formula. You use the yellow button for beauty water. The yellow button is slightly acidic. It exfoliates dead skin and let young, healthy-looking skin comes out. The orange button is for strong acidic water. It is used as disinfectant, antibacterial, sterilizing agent. It is used, for instance, for sanitizing the bathroom. The orange button also produces strong Kangen water. Strong Kangen water breaks down grease and grime. Why would you choose Kangen water over bottled water? Let's review. The lifetime of the machine is 15 years. On the same 15 years, if you were to buy $2 of bottled water every day, that will cost you $10,950, and it's even acidic. And then you'll have to transport it and carry it to your home, when you can just get a glass of water from your Kangen water machine if you have one. Afterwards, you'll have to bother with disposing all the empty bottles all the time, when you really don't have to if you have the Kangen water machine. You also have to think twice about using bottled water for all your cooking needs because of the extra expense, while you really can use Kangen water all the time for your cooking. Not only are you spending too much money on bottled water, but you are also drinking acidic water while you really can be drinking healthy alkaline water. By drinking bottled water, you are consuming positive ORP drinks, which are oxidants, while you can really be drinking anti-aging, antioxidant Kangen water. The right choice is obvious. You should be saying, "Give me that Kangen water." How can you get one? You can pay by